Card Consciousness. I am Mark Ford, and as always, joined by my friend, my brother, my partner up in the Panhandle, Greg Smith. Greg, how you doing today?
I'm great. I'm great, Mark. I'm raring to go. The jackal shirt, man. How
We're
it's just
ready.
perfect. It's perfect. I'm ready. How have you been? How are you doing?
Doing good, doing well in the home stretch of school. Been busy. My apologies. That's why I haven't had a show in a few weeks, just because I'm really, really busy. Have probably 25 kids with their sights on graduation in May. So that's keeping me busy.
That's
But
outstanding. That's outstanding. You said you spent part of your day today on the Peace River.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We were
Yeah,
looking for shark's teeth and fossils, and we had a good time. Me and Harley. So Harley and myself, we spent about 3 hours in the Peace River, and that was really great. So anytime
nice.
you take
Nice.
something in Florida that's nature, you got to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The whole state, especially down by where you are, we used to go out in the phosphate mines. We weren't really
Yeah,
supposed
Mulberry.
to.
Yep, yep.
Yep, over by Tampa, and we would look for those. My buddy found a megalodon tooth that was like this big.
Right, that's what we're looking for. We got some megalodons today, but they were small, little baby megalodons.
Yeah,
So, but we didn't get any big ones. And then we had some other sharks, but
yeah,
those were, I think, the first intact megalodons that we found. They were
that's
small,
cool.
but they're still pretty cool. So very
Yeah,
good.
they are very cool. And we got run off one time by a security guard, but we were always out there looking for megalodon teeth and shark's teeth, and I remember that well. That's cool. I'm glad you got to enjoy that with your daughter, Mark.
Oh yeah, we had a good time.
Cool, cool. All right, well, let's go into cards of the week. Let's see what you got this week
All
for.
right. Cards of the week. Not a lot over the last couple of weeks, just the usual nonsensical stuff that I do and like. I'm not going to go through all of them, but we got a whole bunch more Josh Allens, more Josh Allen cards. So pick them up for $1.50, whatever. And then again, with my silly, got a patch card, Fred Jackson. He was,
Oh
underrated
yeah,
Buffalo Bills running back in the lean years there with Ryan Fitzpatrick. So I thought it was a really sharp card. Nice
he
little
got a
patch.
thousand yards a couple times, I think,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah, he was
Yeah.
dynamite player, undrafted. But I really like that card, and that was like 50 cents. So that's really cool. And then with my nonsensical autographs, except this one's actually a really good one. I was lucky to get this for like $2. This is Paul Stastny, Peter
Okay.
Stastny's son. Hell of a hockey player. Still playing for Team USA with the national program. Like, but he put in 20 years in the NHL. He's still playing for at the national level. So anytime I can get a Paul Stastny for like $2 auto, that's really cool.
Heck yeah.
Um, so that was neat. And then real quick,
Now Paul Stastny, that's Peter's son.
done. Yep.
He's been
Peter's son.
playing. His son has been playing for 20 years.
Yeah, he's got 20
Good
years,
Lord.
almost 20 years he played. He's got almost 1,000 points, and
Wow.
he's played for Team USA a bunch of times. So, and like I say, he's still playing with Team USA now. Like he was playing in the World Championships. He didn't play in the NHL this year. He's with the national program. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
This one I
That is
love.
cool.
Yeah, this is the odds of getting these are slim and none. Y'all probably see Scarlet or Scout the Dalmatians in the background sometimes, and you can see his Dalmatian, and they mean a lot to us. And the fact that we lost our dog Daisy, she was the Carolina dog, keeper of the Dalmatians. That she was like 19 years old, and so we got Daisy back in her box.
Yeah.
They put them in. Anyways, I got this Kate Bauer autograph Perdita card put up
Okay.
by Daisy. So she's with a Dalmatian, and Perdita's looking over her. So Kate Bauer was the voice of Perdita in the 1961 101 Dalmatians cartoon. So she lived to be like 101 years old. Pretty phenomenal. But finding the Kate Bauer autograph card again, it's not super valuable. It's super rare, but it's
Yeah.
so when I'm done with the show, I will put Perdita and Kate Bauer back by Daisy, and they will hang out together. So the end of time, wherever that may be, wherever Daisy is gone. And then
Right.
the other one again with my, it's crazy and silly, but it's what I'm into. The Dalmatians. I got the Disney Chrome 101 Dalmatians. I got that in the
That's
9.
cool.
Yeah, so that's something a little different.
And what year is that?
That just came out, 2023 Topps Chrome Disney, the top 100 like cartoon characters,
Yeah.
movie characters of all time, and this is 101 Dalmatians. So
That's
that's
very cool. I didn't realize that they made those cards like Topps Chrome Disney cards. That's
and
pretty
so I'm
cool.
not sure what the grading company is, but that holder really bangs. It's really
Heck
cool.
yeah.
It really fits with the cards. So yeah, I had one in my room in my classroom already. So I picked this one up for myself, graded. So yeah, it was like, I don't know, $12 or something. So whatever, it's cool.
Heck yeah.
Oh, and then my last card
That's awesome.
will lead into our giveaway, which Greg can announce who the winner is. But I got this a few weeks ago, and it was just kind of random. I'm not a big fan, but this card is banging and sharp. It is numbered 40 out of 50. It's Randy Johnson, relic, uniform. This card is just, look, it does stuff. Right on the back, 40 out of 50. It is really freaking cool. So this is our recent giveaway on the show page. And Greg, what do we got for the winner for Randy Johnson?
Well, after much thought and deliberation and debate, Mark, Emil Newhouse, Mariners fan, diehard, good guy. So we're gonna go ahead and award that to him. I'm assuming that's a Mariners because he only spent like a half a season with the Expos.
It's the Astros, actually.
Oh, it's the Astros. Okay, well, who
But
cares?
still, he's
It's
a Johnson
yeah,
fan. That's good.
he's a Mariners icon. So
Yeah,
that's very
exactly. You
cool.
don't think of him. He did, play for a bunch of other teams, the
Yeah,
Diamondbacks, and even the Yankees for a while, and
yeah.
the Astros. But anyways,
He's a
that's
Mariner.
for ML Newhouse.
Nice, nice. Emil Newhouse, congratulations. So those are very cool. I love seeing the stuff that you get, the off the wall stuff,
Different.
and yeah, it is. Mine more. I got a few, not anything crazy, and most of it y'all know that I've already gotten just on the show page. I can't help but run as soon as I buy a Yaz and announce it to the world. So, but this here is a Folly of Man card. This is a PSA 5 Eddie Murphy or Eddie Murray. Good Lord, Eddie Murray
Party all
rookie
the
card.
time. Yeah, Eddie Murray. Okay.
No, and that brings me back to the segue with you and the Daisy. You got her in a box, and it's kind of a weird tangent. But do you have like a pet cemetery that you
We did when we lived in New York, and it's one of my things that kind of haunts me is that my dogs are still in New York that we
right?
lost back then. So they just to be blunt, they cremate them and put them in a pretty ornate, beautiful box.
Yeah,
They do the paw print and the nose print and all
sure,
that stuff. All the stuff that you can look at and cry for the rest of your life. But
right.
anyways, but they did a nice job. And
Yeah,
so Daisy's with well, the Dalmatian we lost, the last Dalmatian, which was 7, 8 years ago.
yeah.
So Daisy and Lily are together on the shelf.
Okay,
I actually took down some of my baseball cards and crap and make more space for them and
right.
threw my silly baseball cards in the shelf because they're not near as important as my dogs were and
Right.
are.
Sure.
So and again, I have it set up so that these two are watching over them.
Okay. Well, cool. And
No, that's
I didn't
part of
mean to
the
go off on that tangent. I was going to ask you about it before I started, but yeah, that's cool.
no, it's
We've got
cool.
a
No, it's yeah, just they're all together and
we've got a
I
place out back that we put our love
yeah.
dogs in. So I get it.
Well, if we
All right.
move, I
So
don't want to leave them.
right, exactly. I get that. All right, the next one I got. People know that I've gotten this. This is the 1971 Greatest Moments. Yeah, it's card. It's
Cool.
SGC4, and it's an oversized card, but it's apparently they just issued these in Brooklyn, back in in 71, and they're pretty rare actually.
Yeah,
So I was
I've
happy to
never
see
seen
that.
that.
Yeah, it's the Greatest Moments. They got about 45 different players, and it's got
Okay.
the black borders like the regular 71s. It's pretty neat. It's pretty
Pretty
neat.
neat.
It's something I had never seen in a tux before, so I jumped. And then this one here, this is probably my favorite card that I own, and It's that triple auto, the 10-10 with Yaz, Fisk, and Rice. I had to buy this. I got it when I was down in Orlando. Birthday present for myself. Thank you, Mom, for helping with it. And just, I had to get that. It's 3 Red Sox icons on one auto card, and it's got perfect 10 grades on both. So that's a no-brainer for me. And then the last part, I just bought these today. Actually, these are, I don't know if you guys, a lot of our audience, I think, is really guaranteed towards vintage cards, but these are amazing. They're the 2024 Topps Heritage in the style of 75. So I just picked out a couple of them. Got a Shohei Ohtani SP highlights card, and then you've got this is the one everybody's after right now. This dude.
Yeah.
And Richard Kaborka was telling me that he has bought 1,000 cards and got one of these, and I bought 144 cards and got one, so I felt pretty fortunate. And then, just you got that big all-star logo like they had on the regular ones. They're just really cool, and throwbacks. Just some different cards, but they're amazing, and I think they're better than the Topps regular issue, honestly. And the regular issue is fantastic with the black.
Those are fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Acuna autograph, to get back to that late night deal with that guy with the Dusty Baker that night, is that a facsimile auto?
Yes. Yeah. They've all got the facsimile autos on them. Like, I think.
Remember that guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, I do. The $40 Dusty Baker. Yeah. See, like the Ellie De La Cruz, you got an autograph on there. So I'm pretty sure the 75.
Facsimile. In case you didn't know. It's not real.
I had a hot box. These are all autos. That would
real.
be
Facsimile.
Facsimile, absolutely. But that guy was trying to pass off like they were actual autographs.
Yeah.
And charging like $40 for a Dusty Baker autograph.
Instead of the Scott McGregor rookie card.
Yeah, it was that was $40.
And the next day at a half off sale, and it was still like $15 too high. So
right. Yeah, Scott McGregor rookie. I mean, he won 20 games once, but I mean, what's that, $1 card, $2 card, maybe?
Oh, shoot. If I could get $1 for it, I'd be happy. Like 50 cents.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's a no-brainer, or a no, it's yuck. But yeah, that guy, he didn't last long in the groups, I don't think. He kind of moved on.
No, we rode it kind of hard on him, but it needed to be done. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we were a little tough on that guy.
Well, but he also needs to. He didn't respond well when I messaged him, or I can't remember if I messaged him or you messaged him, but either one of us got on him a little bit and said, "Look, dude, these aren't real autographs," and he did not take that well. So
yeah, which leads me kind of into something that was troubling me. I'm not going to name names.
Yeah, let's go ahead and segue into that because I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I don't really want to complain too much, and I'm actually leaving this one alone because the answer and response to the situation is so priceless that I don't want to ever have it any different than it is. So I bought some cards. I bought some cards in a buy sell trade. That's another. So usually I'm into fire sales, the vintage fire sales, modern fire sales. That's my jam. That's where I buy and sell, and that's pretty much where I lurk. But I like to go out into like the buy sell trade and some of the other sales sites on Facebook because you can really get some good deals on vintage, and it seems like those sites are more geared towards modern. And so you can pick up some really cool vintage cards for $1 or $2 or $3 or $4. So anyways, I got a bunch of cards and I had bid. It was an auction. So I won a Cal Ripken, the 82 rookie card, Topps, for like $7. And it was a decent.
How about the multiplayer one, right?
Yeah, the multiplayer one, not the Topps traded. So I got it for like $7, and I'm like, wow, that's probably, looking at condition, 15 to 20 bucks. I got it for $7. All good. So my cards come and there's no Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card. So I get a hold of the guy, hey, blah, blah. Well, it also took 3 weeks for the cards to show up. So anyway, so now 3 weeks for the cards to come. And then I get it and I open it up and I'm like, where's my Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card? Okay, get a hold of you. Oh yeah, I meant to tell you, I forgot. I'm gonna put it in. And then unfortunately, well, I had got some other cards from the guy at a really good price, and so I'm waiting on them. And in fact, one of them was that Stastny autograph, so which I could have had for $1, but I felt wrong, so I actually paid $2 for it because there's no way that's a dollar card. So,
Right.
anyways, I opened up the box or the package yesterday, and out helicopters out this 1983 Donruss big.
I remember those stupid cards. I
Right.
remember those.
So nobody wants these. You can't give them away. I've had a pile of them. I was actually lucky enough to find a guy that was doing autographs that took, I had hundreds of these and actually was able to get rid of them. And the 85s are actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so these are the 1983 Cal Ripken Donruss big. So it does this out of the, I don't know if I can capture out of the
So,
package because it's not in
so
anything or
let me get this
it's not part of like,
straight.
yeah, it's not like there's, first of all, the cards, there was no cardboard period. So the cards were in the team bag in the thing, but then outside the team bag was this guy. So I opened up the package and I was like, and this is what happens. Like that.
Wow.
So onto the floor, which I could care less because that's a coaster, I'm gonna put
Right.
my Mountain Dew on that in a little while. Matter of fact, we might do it right now. So where's my Mountain Dew at? Anyway, so I'm gonna use this as a coaster. And that's what it is. So I get a hold of the guy, and this is what he tells me. Oh, are you okay with that? I thought you'd really like that. And I have not responded, nor will I. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna let it die on the vine. And you know, just sadly I have two cards that I have bid on in his current style, at which point I will square up and I will no longer ever participate because anybody that would send you a 1983 Donruss Big Cal Ripken card in the place of a 1982 Topps rookie card and then say, well, I thought you'd really like it. And are we good? Are we cool? Are we square?
Oh my.
Like, I'm not even gonna respond to that. I don't care. It's $7, whatever.
Right.
The the silence is priceless. So what are you gonna do?
There's a lot to unpack with this. So I mean, I think that's wow. He didn't even send you a regular 83 Donruss. I mean,
No.
that's at least a $3 or $4 card,
Mhm.
you know? So, all right, guy's a new seller. You've decided you don't want to name him, so I'm cool with
No, I'm
that.
not going to.
Okay. What on what planet? I mean, does he mostly do modern?
Yeah.
Because I can't really figure out what vintage person would think that that was even remotely comparable. You know what I mean?
It's not.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. You're much more Mac, you're much more calm about it than I would be. And it's
Well,
like you
to
said,
be
it's a
honest with
$7
you,
card.
yeah, a lot of it is just like the last few sales I've had have been the madness has started again, and I just don't really have the time or the energy, or I
Right.
really don't care. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't care. I mean, I really don't. If it was $70, that's one thing, but whatever, and I know that's probably terrible. If it was in our vintage group, I'd have been on all over it because, all my friends and everything are in there,
Oh
all our
yeah.
buddies, all the people. No, so if this was like in the vintage, I'd have been like going bananas, ape shit. We'd have been like woo woo woo,
Oh
riding
yeah.
in with sirens. It would
Yep.
have been, shock and awe, slash and burn, but it's not really my group. I just am on the fringes of that. It's a
Yeah.
periphery thing. I just don't. It is what it is. It's honestly kind of funny.
I get it. I get that. I mean, it's so comical. You almost just are like, okay, I just paid $7 for that entertainment because that's
Right.
just
And just so
completely
people know, I took the name out, but this was what I said. This is just the end of the conversation. You sent me a 1983 Donner's Big, and there it is. I thought you'd like it. Are you okay with that? So just so y'all know, I'm not bullshitting and making stuff up. I mean, there it is, right? So no names or anything, just but there it is.
Wow.
That was the end of the, I cropped it out because
Yeah.
of name, but that was how I left it, and that's how I'm going to leave it because it is what it is, and for $7, we're getting a hell of a lot of traction and entertainment on our little show here. So it's worth
Right.
it. I mean, it gives us
Yeah.
something to really illustrate. So again, people just, don't. I think what happened is he sent the card to somebody else because somebody else had bid before me and whatever. Just be straight. Don't try to like cover your mistakes. Like, I'm not perfect. I've messed up a few times and been like, oh my God, where'd this card go? And I told I'll send a message, hey man, I don't know where that card is. I'm gonna give you your money back, and if it turns up, I'm gonna send it to you on
Right.
me, and it's all cool, And my stuff is just cheap, and a buck or two or whatever. So if I can't find something, I don't try to make it up. And I always stuff extra cards in my anyways, just
Oh yeah,
but
you do.
do it. I don't do it to like cover my mistakes. I do it because it's a thank you, and I have a bazillion of these freaking stupid cards. But
Right.
um, it's just a
Well,
thing.
if I've got some thoughts about this, if I
Sure.
may, and I think a lot of it is. I was actually talking with my wife about this earlier. She asked what we were going to talk about, and I told her a little bit about it. I said, I think what the principle of it is, you know, I as an admin of the group that I'm in, the big vintage fire sales group, I see a lot of this. A lot of people see the successful sellers and say, okay, well, I can do that. I can slap some cards on Facebook and sell them, and not really digging into what needs to be done to be a quote unquote professional. You know, I don't think any of us are doing this as a profession, or very few of us. But at the same time, you're providing a service. Somebody's paying you for that service. You should do everything you can to make it right. I mean, that's whether it's a $7 card or a $70 card or a $700 card, you've got an unhappy customer. And for him to just send you that card shows, one, that he's completely clueless about the vintage, just vintage, and two, he just doesn't care. And that's what bothers me about it. It's the principle of it. I know it bothers you, but I know you're right. It's not worth
No,
expending
no,
stress
no.
and energy over $7. I get that. I do. But at the same time, he should have just refunded you your money.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. I had a guy bought a $12 1972 high number from me. I've got old eyes. I didn't see the crease, but it had one. He Al Bocalar, I'll name him Bocalar. He's a great seller, great guy. He contacted me and said, "Hey man, this card's got a crease. I didn't see it. I'm assuming you missed it." And I said, "Yeah, I missed it." Within about 2 minutes, I had refunded him his $12. And he
Right.
sent it back, but that's what you do. That's my
Mhm.
point. That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. And for this guy to just send you that card, just it tells me he doesn't care, and he's probably, I don't know, man. It just bothers me. But I think it bothers me a little bit more than it does you.
Yeah.
Just
Well, on this last round of cards, I'm going to just say, hey, I'm not really happy about that Ripken deal. So see what he
yeah,
does. And then if he doesn't address it, then I'm done with it. And then he'll lose a
right,
customer because honestly, he's not really selling any cards other than to me. You
yeah,
saw the sale, right?
I
Not a
did,
lot of traction, not a lot of action. I jump in. I've done that before, try to help out new sellers. And I told you about it and brought you in and a couple other people and then that happens. So, I
right,
mean, that's the thing. You might want to take care of the guy with the show. And I mean, we're not, I'm not claiming to be Jab's family or anything, but we got some viewers, we got some traction. We've helped people. Eileen, Brussman, her sales have done, because we try to pump up those that do a good job. And then that's the reverse spectrum. She does a great job.
right.
So newer
Yeah, she
seller,
does.
not really selling, priceless antiquities, but she does a great job. So, props
Exactly.
to her.
Well, yeah, it's unfortunate that I think a lot of these sellers are fly by night guys. In a nutshell, they're just fly by night, and you know, if they don't gain any traction, hopefully they'll just fade off into Bolivia. As Mike
Yeah, no
Tyson would
kidding.
say. But it's just a shame that's the way that a lot of people run their show, or run their business. So anyway, But
Well, you've been doing good. You are like the king of the Joe Montana rookie card right now. What's going on with
man,
that, man? You're setting new standards for pricing on those. Holy
I,
cow.
I honestly, between you and me, it's got me a little concerned.
Yeah.
Um, I don't auction kind of takes the, hey, is he charging too much for something out of the equation? You can do a claim sale and ask for $300 for a Joe Montana rookie, and people will think you're crazy. But then when you put it on an auction, I mean, it's what the market will dictate. I try not to. I talked with Mark Farnbacher a little bit, the head of our vintage group, and just he gave me some pointers on ways to take pictures to make sure that it's just got me a little worried that people are bidding hoping for a certain grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if people do that, that's I can't imagine having that as my MO as a buyer. Okay, so I'm going to try to buy this Montana
Mm-hmm.
and hoping that it grades a 7. And I've had a couple people message me, "What do you think that'll grade?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm not going. I'm
Oh,
not going
right.
down
I'm
that
not
road with you."
right.
Yeah,
What do I look like?
yeah, I'm not going down that road. Do I think it'll grade a 6 or 7? Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm certainly. I gave up trying to figure that out a long time
Yeah,
ago. So
it's a witchery. It's the dark arts. It's black magic. How they arrive at there. It is. It is. It's black magic. It's the dark arts. There's really no rhyme or reason to grading.
right. Well, and I mean, I've got some auctions going right now with like a 1981 Donruss Nolan Ryan that's at
Oh,
$25.
I saw that too. That's like 10x. I mean, that's
What
crazy. Right?
that almost makes me want to rethink whether or not that's something that I want to do as part of my business,
Mhm.
because that's just setting yourself up for people not happy if they don't,
All right. I mean,
you
I've had
know?
that happen. I've still had cards that went, and then I'm like, well, you paid for it. It was an auction, not a claim sale. Like, you bid it up, you jacked it up, you paid for it. It's on you. But also, yeah, when you cross that threshold, I would always tell Mrs. Ford, I'm like, oh boy, I'm nervous now because
Yeah,
I went past its value. I used to do old tools and hand saws, and I sold hundreds of hand saws on eBay. And so, say a saw's worth 50, $60. Now we're at 75, 80, 100, 125. I'd be, oh boy, now I'm just getting set up for complaints because they paid 2x. Like the guy with the Clemente, remember with you? The guy
yeah,
way overpaid for the Clemente, and it was
yeah,
exactly what you just described it as, but he overpaid for it. So, and
right,
then
right. And then
now
they
he's
got it.
bitching and complaining. I want my money back. And well, no, bro, you did this. But I understand. It makes me nervous. Like when I get in that, I imagine you too. Like, see, this guy just paid, like 25, 30% over, for a raw Montana. It's what do you expect? And honestly, what's the best you're gonna get on the grade now is a 7, and the 7 is what, maybe $300 or something like that.
Right.
So, you're
Yeah, I
paying
just think
more.
that's a fallacy. That's not a great way
Mm-mm,
to buy. And
no,
I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot by saying all this on the show,
no.
but
No.
it's concerning. I don't have any other way to put it.
You're
But
conscientious. You know what something's worth, and when you see things go past, now part of it too could be, dude. You're a good seller. You got a great reputation. You package well. You ship on time. If there's any problems, you take care of it. So I mean, you could be like the Greg Morris now. I mean, you could be reaching that category where you're going to be getting 10, 15, 20x. Congrats.
well, we'll see. I bought that. I've got a Fisk on auction right now too, a 72 Fisk that I bought for $15 from this guy and put it up for auction. I was expecting maybe 30, 35, and
Yeah.
it's at 100 right
Yeah.
now.
So I
And
mean.
I just sent the dude $20 that I bought it from. I was like, man, I feel guilty as hell for this. I
Well, I'd
know.
be curious if we can get anybody to comment in the comments. So here's that point where we usually don't show for likes, subscriptions, and comments. But anybody that's watching this and they're getting cards from Greg and stuff, I mean, it's like, hey, say hey, it's because he's the man, or he does this or he does that, because it's something we want to keep track of, and whatever
Well,
Greg's doing, he wants to keep
right.
doing it right.
Not only that, but give us some of your insights on what you feel about that whole process. Even
Yeah.
take me or you out of the equation. when you're bidding on stuff, are you hoping for a grade? And if you are, how's that going for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
sure
good point. So in our show comments, and then when we put this up, we'll make sure that we ask the question when you're doing. What are you looking for? Are you bidding to hope to send something off to grade to get a 9, a 10? What's your thought process on paying above comp for a raw card? So,
yeah,
I like it.
because I think that that's probably not the best way to do it,
No,
honestly.
God
No,
no.
and just a PSA, I'm a little leery of how it's going,
Yeah.
honestly. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, they are very nice cards, so
They are, but they're,
right.
I'm not going to tell them to quit bidding, but at the same time,
No, absolutely not. You got Strumskis to buy, brother.
right. I've got stuff to do with that money.
Yeah.
Yastrzemski's exactly. I'm at 66 now, so
Right. I still have one Luke Easter and a couple Hank Aaron's to get. So,
yeah.
exactly.
Matter of
Not
fact,
telling
I'm
you,
checking on.
please buy our cards, but also buy responsibly.
Right, exactly,
And it's
exactly.
almost like you feel like, does somebody have a card collecting habit, and they need to call 1-888-5.
Yeah,
Like, do you need rehab or so? Some of these
that's
people
almost how,
could be.
that's almost how I feel with a couple of
Yeah,
these guys. I'm just like, what are
right.
y'all doing?
I mean, I've
And
seen it where people are just the addiction of, I must win, I need to be the best, or I have to
well,
have this.
it's a total dick swinging contest at a certain point.
Oh, definitely. They're swinging it like Snuffleupagus. Look at me. I'm a massive
All
man.
right, Bird.
Yeah,
You
right. Look
remember
at
that guy?
me. Swing it.
He was a mopey bastard, wasn't he? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, right
But
on.
yeah, let us know what you think, guys. I'm not sure what to think, honestly. So we'll see how it goes.
Cool.
Um, I just got a message from Dominic saying you're killing it with auctions right now.
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding,
oh my
Dom.
God.
He is. We just discussed it. How's that for irony? When this show comes out, Dom will be like a prophet. Dominic,
Yeah,
you're a prophet, brother. So
that's
yeah, we
crazy.
were just discussing that. So
You got any
we're
shout outs this week, man?
shout outs to Nick Green, right? Sir Green.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, my boy
Yeah,
Sir
yeah.
Green. Sir Green, prom king. How about that, huh?
Really?
Sir
That's
Green made
cool.
prom. I said put that crown on him, and it happened. So Sir Green, Nick Green in my room, he was prom king. They had the prom. I didn't go. I can't. No offense, but I see him enough during the week.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised you weren't a chaperone, man.
Oh no,
Much,
no, no, no,
much
no.
you
Good
do for
God,
that
no.
school.
No, 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 no. My day ends and they all go right and I go left. That's easily forgotten. So yeah, and then the kids in the room, they've been doing really great. As far as cards, I haven't really done too much lately with cards. Eileen, that was that Brusserman. I've
Yeah.
really been enjoying her sales, even though, again, they're not, ancient antiquities, but she's got some interesting things for $1 or $2, and her shipping's good and her communication's awesome. So I like her. But yeah, just, shout out to everybody around and in the community. And I know I've been kind of MIA for a few weeks, and probably next couple of weeks it'll be hit and miss while we're trying to wrap up the school year. So y'all been carrying the ball pretty good, and I appreciate it.
Well, and I appreciate you, Mark, and we can work on, it's really going to boil down for you with your level of interest and your level of time in doing these shows. And so, if you need to do one on a Wednesday night or we can work on that, because I'm not limited to Saturday and Sunday. So shout outs for me this week. I've been very active in the groups the last few weeks, trying to build up some inventory and things like that, taking it to a different place a little bit. Sean Mullen is a new seller that has done a very good job. I've kind of taken him under my wing a little bit, showing him some auction tips and claim sale tips and things like that. Other than that, I mean, just the usual suspects. Everybody's just really cool. Andrew, Richard, Chris, all those guys. Wayne. Did Joe talk? Joe posted a picture of him and Wayne at the card show in Vegas. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you see that on the page?
No.
Yeah. So just the normal people. Leon Wilcox is a guy I've been talking to quite a bit. He's a good dude. So just everybody, just make sure that you're you're being good to people. If you're selling, make sure that you're packing and sending what people actually buy to them. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't do
A big
that.
I
Don't.
that just blows my mind, man. Definitely not a shout out to that guy, even though we didn't name him.
Love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's
Yeah.
priceless.
You
It's
should put
amazing.
that in your room, man. Just
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take
a
that to
daily
sleep.
reminder of the
Yeah,
Rogering you got on that Ripken.
sure. I'll put that right there. And whenever I need to get a little edgy, I'll just look at that. And when I need a little fire, to yell at somebody, because I'm not a big yeller or
Right.
disciplinarian, but I did
Yeah.
eject a few this week though, and it was kind of invigorating. So,
Yeah.
but
That same
yeah.
kid.
Yeah, he got tossed once, and then a couple. Yeah, that's a daily
But that
thing.
same guy.
Yeah, that's just my entertainment
Yeah.
now at this point. But anyways,
Anyway.
well, all right, everybody,
All right,
thank you
well,
for tuning in. Yep, absolutely. Carry the fire.
we
Thank you.
appreciate it. We appreciate everybody. And Mark, it's been good talking to you, and we'll do this again as soon as you're ready, man.
Absolutely. It'll be sooner rather than later. All right. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.